Hello friends, myself Ahir DR from RBNB College, Srirampur. Today I deliver a lecture on rotational dynamics. In this subtopic is vertical circular motion. In previous lecture we studied what is vertical circular motion. Now in case of vertical circular motion, it is a circular motion vertical to the surface of earth, and that's why it is called as vertical circular motion. Now this vertical circular motion is classified in two ways. A controlled vertical circular motion by a giant wheel. In this case, motion is given with the help of giant wheel, and that's why it is controlled with the help of giant wheel, and that's why it is called as a controlled vertical circular motion by a giant wheel. Now another type of vertical circular motion is vertical circular motion controlled by the gravity. This motion is only controlled with the help of gravity. Now in last lecture we studied that one vertical circular motion which is controlled by the gravity. In this case we consider a point mass revolving in a vertical circular motion by means of weightless, massless, inextensible string. Now instead of this string, in this lecture we have to study when this point mass is tied to the one end of the rod, and we have to study such type of vertical circular motion which is controlled by the gravity. For that purpose we consider a rigid rod which is massless. So one end of the rod is connected to the point mass, and this rod is whirled in a vertical circle, as like diagram shown. If we consider this vertical circular motion and we consider a rod of length small r, so small r is the length of rod, and to the one end of the rod we consider a point mass whose mass is small m, whirled in a vertical circular motion in anti-clockwise sense. It is whirled in anti-clockwise sense, as like this one. So at position A, its velocity is along the tangent which is shown by VA. Now when this particle is at position B, then distance of O from B is again it is equal to small r. When particle is at position B, then its velocity is given by VB. Now when particle is at midway position like C and D, now when particle is at position C, then its velocity is along the tangent which is shown by VC, and when it is at point D, then again its velocity is shown by VD. Now we have to find out velocities at point A, velocities at point B, and velocity at point C and D, as like previous article. Now In this case, we consider small m is the mass of object which is connected to the one end of the rod. Then g is the acceleration due to gravity. Then weight of that object is mg. Now when these point mass whirl in a vertical circular motion, in that case this point mass is tied to the one end of the rod. This rod is rigid and massless, whose length is equal to small r. So we write here small r is the radius of vertical circle Now when particle is at position A, in that case, when particle is at position A, tension in the string is a downward direction, which is shown by TA, and weight of that object is also vertically downward direction. Always we know that this tension is along the rod directed toward the center of vertical circle. When it is at position A, then tension is TA. When it is object is at B, then tension in the string or tension is along the rod in upward direction, means directed toward the center, which is shown by TB. And mass is always vertically downward direction. Mass is always vertically downward direction. When it is at the D, then weight of the particle is downward direction. Also in that case, weight of the particle in downward direction. So always remember that weight of particle or weight of object is always vertically downward direction, and tension is directed toward the center along the length of the rod. Now when this point mass is at position A, then its velocity is a minimum, and that is equal to 0. Its velocity is minimum and that is equal to 0. But due to the inertia, this particle moving along the circumference of a vertical circle, in that case, its potential energy goes on decreasing and kinetic energy goes on increasing. Now when it reaches to the point B, its velocity is maximum. That's why kinetic energy at point B is maximum. And due to that kinetic energy, this particle moving along the circumference of vertical circle, again in that case kinetic energy continuously goes on decreasing from B to A, and when it reaches to the point A, its potential energy is maximum, and as rod is rigid, therefore this velocity is minimum, which is equal to 0 at position A. Now in this case, this tension at point A and weight of the mass mg both are along the same direction, directed toward the center. Now for vertical circular motion, there is necessary centripetal force is there, and therefore this centripetal force is given by mass into velocity square upon radius. Now velocity at point A is VA, so we get mVA square upon R. But we know that at point A, as point mass is tied to the one end of the rod at point A. This velocity is minimum which having magnitude 0. So we have to substitute Va is equal to 0 in this equation. Then we get this Ta plus mg is equal to 0, because in that case Va is 0, so Va square is 0, so 0 into anything will become 0, and that's why we get Ta plus mg is equal to 0, and that's why this tension at point A is equal to minus mg. This is equation 1. Now from this we know that mg is in a downward direction, and from this relation we can say that at point A tension is in upward direction. Tension in the rod is in upward direction at point A. Now when this point mass is at point B, so at point B we know that when this point mass revolving along the vertical circular motion from A to B, at A there is a maximum potential energy, at B there is a maximum kinetic energy, and when particle is at A, then its potential energy continuously goes on decreasing and kinetic energy goes on increasing, and that's why we can say that when particle moving from A to B, its potential energy goes on decreasing, kinetic energy goes on increasing, means there is change in the potential energy and there is change in the kinetic energy. This change in the potential energy is equal to change in the kinetic energy. So we write at point B, change in potential energy, that is equal to change in kinetic energy. Now we know the formula for potential energy is, mgh, that is equal to change in a kinetic energy. Here we have to consider kinetic energy at point A and kinetic energy at point B, and we have to take difference between these 2 points. So we take kinetic energy at point B is half mvb square minus half mva square, which is kinetic energy at point A. But we know that Va is equal to 0 at position A, and that's why we have to substitute Va is equal to 0 in this equation. Now we consider point A and point B. Now this distance between point A and point B is small r plus r. R plus r is twice r, means if we consider this position, A position, and this is the B position, then this distance is r plus r, means that is equal to twice r. So we write here h is equal to twice r when we consider position A and B. So we write h is equal to twice r. Now substitute both this value in this equation. So we get mg in bracket h is equal to twice r, that is equal to half mvb square. Now Va square is 0. So this total term will become 0. So we get only half mvb square is equal to mg into twice r. Now this get cancel and we get vb square is equal to 2 into 2rg. 2 into 2rg means 4rg. So we write here vb square is equal to 4rg, and by taking square root of both sides we get vb is equal to under root 4rg. This is the equation Now this equation 2 gives us magnitude of velocity of point mass when it is at point B, that is equal to under root 4rg. When point mass is at position A, then its value is velocity at point A is 0. It is minimum. And this is the maximum value of velocity of a particle when it is at position B. Now we have to find out velocity of particle when it is at position C. So for that purpose, again we consider position A. When point mass is at position A, then at that point there is maximum potential energy. Then when it moves from A to C, its potential energy goes on decreasing and kinetic energy goes on increasing. Means there is again change in the potential energy and there is change in the kinetic energy. So at position C, we can say that the change in the potential energy is equal to change in the kinetic energy. Now we know the formula for potential energy. Potential energy is equal to mgh. Change in the kinetic energy means kinetic energy at point C is half mvc square and kinetic energy at point A is half mva square. We have to take difference between these two kinetic energies, then we get change in the kinetic energy. So we get half mvc square minus half mva square. This is the change in the kinetic energy. Now in this case, h is equal to, from this diagram, we know that we consider this distance A and C. So this distance between A and C is only r. So in that case, h is equal to only r. So we substitute here h is equal to r. And again Va is equal to 0. So Va square is also 0. Then we get this mg into r, that is equal to half mvc square. Again in that case Va square is equal to 0. This term becomes 0. So remaining is only mgr into half mvc square. Get cancel. Then we get Vc square is equal to 2rg. By taking square root of both sides, we get Vc, means minimum velocity of particle when particle is at position C, that is equal to under root twice rg. So this is equation 3. Equation 3 gives us the magnitude of velocity of a particle when particle is at position C or at position D. So both are having same value. So at D, the magnitude of velocity is under root twice rg. Similarly at point C, magnitude of velocity is Vc is equal to only under root twice rg. So from this figure we can say that at point A, velocity is minimum, which is equal to 0. At point B, velocity is a maximum, that is equal to under root 4rg. And in midway position, velocity of particle is under root twice rg. In this, when particle is at point D, then it is vertically upward direction. And when particle is at position C, then velocity is in vertical downward direction. So in this way we find out the velocities at different positions, A position, B position and D position, means upper position, lower position and midway position. Now we have to find out difference in the tension. We have to find out difference in the tension, and difference in the tension means we have to find out tension at point A and tension at point B. Now for tension at point B, According to equation 1, we get tension at point A. TA is the tension at point A, that is equal to minus mg. Now, from this figure, we have to find out TB. TB means tension at point B. Now, tension at point B is directed toward the center, and therefore, weight of the point mass is vertically downward direction. So, both are opposite to each other. So, TB minus mg. And in that case, we consider vertical circular motion. For vertical circular motion, there is necessary centripetal force, and that centripetal force is mvb square upon r, where m is the mass of the point mass, then vb is the velocity of point mass at point B, and r is the radius. Now, this is equation 2. By rearranging equation 2, we get TB is equal to, this TB is equal to, this minus mg on that side will become plus, and that's why we write mvb square upon r plus mg. Equation 3. Equation 3 gives us tension at point B. Now we have to take difference between TB and TA. So TB minus TA, that is equal to, in this case we know that TB is equal to mvb square upon r plus mg, minus TA is minus mg. So this minus minus will become plus. So we get TB minus TA, that is equal to m upon r. Now we know that value of Vb square is equal to 4rg. We substitute value of Vb square, that is equal to 4rg. So m upon r into Vb square is 4rg. This minus minus will become plus mg. So plus mg, that is equal to twice mg. Now here r get cancel, and then we get finally 4 mg plus 2 mg, that is equal to TB minus TA, and we know that 4 mg plus 2 mg means that is equal to 6 mg. So this is the final equation 4. Now this equation 4 gives us difference in the tension at point B and A, that is equal to 6 mg. So in this way we study the vertical circular motion. In that case we study the point mass is tied to the one end of the rod. Now we stop here.